gonna be great, Charlie.
I love drinking lean. I love lean, Charlie. I love lean.
Disclaimer, I do own Call of Duty World at War. My Xbox does not want to read the disc, or the disc does not want to be read. Whichever internal issue is occurring, I don't know. I own it on PC as well. I don't know if my PC can handle recording and playing the game at the same time. And I don't really feel like experimenting to find out. I hope you can bear with me with the Black Ops 1 remastered version of the map I'm going to be speaking about today. Every great story has a turning point. Nocturne Toten was the beginning. Verrucht introduced innovation. Shinonuma gave us identity. But RIESE was revolution. Released in 2009, it wasn't just another zombies map. It was the map that defined the entire mode. The map that introduced mechanics still used over a decade later. The map that transformed zombies from a fun bonus into one of gaming's most beloved experiences. This is my interpretation of the story of RIESE, the birthplace of modern zombies. By the time Map Pack 3 launched for Call of Duty World at War in August of 2009, zombies had already exploded in popularity. Nocturne Toten hooked players with its simplicity. Verrucht added depth with perks and power. Shinonuma introduced characters, story, wonder weapons. But Treyarch wasn't done. With RIESE, they wanted to create something bigger, something that wasn't just a map, but an entire framework for the future of zombies. And they succeeded. RIESE wasn't just the next step, it was the leap that pushed zombies into legend. RIESE, German for the Giant, takes place at a massive Nazi research facility in Germany. Unlike the foggy swamp of Shinonuma, this was a sprawling industrial complex filled with laboratories, testing chambers, and machinery. This was the birthplace of Group 935, the shadowy organization responsible for experimenting with Element 115, the mysterious substance that reanimates the dead. The map's atmosphere reflected that, cold, mechanical, and sinister. Pipes hissed, machines roared, and strange contraptions loomed in the distance. Where earlier maps felt like places you stumbled into, RIESE felt intentional. This was where the undead were created, where the experiments happened, where the nightmare truly began. The most groundbreaking addition in RIESE was the Pack-a-Punch machine. For the first time, players could upgrade their weapons, transforming standard guns into devastating tools of destruction. This mechanic completely changed zombies forever. Suddenly, survival wasn't capped by the slow decline of weapons' effectiveness. Now, with enough points, you could push your arsenal to new heights. The Thompson became the Gibbs-O-Matic. The MG42 became the Barracuda FU-All, or FU-A11. And of course, wonder weapons like the ray gun became even deadlier. Pack-a-Punch gave zombies something it never had before: long-term progression. It meant runs could go farther, weapons could stay viable, and players had a new layer of decision-making. Save for perks, spend on doors, or invest in ultimate firepower. RIESE also introduced teleporters, another mechanic that would become a zombie staple. Scattered across the facility, teleporters served two purposes: fast travel across the map and as a part of unlocking Pack-a-Punch. To access the upgrade machine, players had to link each teleporter to the mainframe and spawn. This created a new layer of strategy, risk, and pacing. Every teleport sequence triggered a wave of zombies and required teamwork to survive. And once unlocked, teleporters became lifesavers. Overwhelmed in a corner, teleport across the map, at the cost of some points and the risk of getting dropped into a fresh horde. It added unpredictability, excitement, and mobility that kept matches dynamic. RIESE's layout was near perfect. The starting courtyard felt deceptively safe, but as soon as you pushed deeper into the facility, tension mounted. Long corridors funneled zombies, catwalks offered risky high ground defense, and open courtyards gave space for the first true training strategies to shine. The famous catwalk strategy, holding out as long as possible above the mainframe, became iconic. Teams would line up with MGs and ray guns, mowing down waves as long as ammo held. But for skilled players, the courtyards and laboratories offered space to kite zombies endlessly, leading to some of the first high-round world records. RIESE struck the balance between claustrophobic tension and open area freedom. It was the first zombies map that felt designed for both casual players and high-skill strategists. Of course, all the major elements from Verrückt and Shi no Numa returned. Perca-Colas like Juggernog, Speed Cola, Quick Revive, and Double Tap. The mystery box and wonder weapons like the ray gun and Wonderwaff DG2. But thanks to Pack-a-Punch, they felt more powerful than ever. Juggernog with upgraded guns turned players into tanks. The Wonderwaff shredded hordes well into the high rounds. For the first time, there was a sense of power scaling. Players could feel themselves growing stronger alongside the waves of zombies. RIESE also introduced the very first true Easter egg in zombies history: the fly trap. If players pack-a-punched a weapon and then shot a small panel near the teleporter with it, they activated a secret event. A disembodied voice, later revealed to be Samantha Maxis, mocked the players, whispering chilling phrases like, "I want to play a game, let's play hide and seek." Players then had to hunt for hidden objects around the map, including a teddy bear, a monkey bomb, and a radio. Completing the sequence rewarded nothing tangible, just a sinister laugh from Samantha. But it was groundbreaking. For the first time, zombies wasn't just survival, it was a mystery. Players realized there were secrets hidden in the game, waiting to be uncovered. This single Easter egg sparked a culture of discovery that would define the zombies community for years to come. The asylum in Verrückt was terrifying. The swamp in Shi no Numa was eerie. But RIESE had a different kind of horror: industrial horror. The clanging of metal doors, the buzz of generators, the crackle of electricity in the teleporters, it all made the facility feel alive. Combine that with the unsettling groans of zombies and childlike voice of Samantha echoing during power-ups, you had one of the creepiest soundscapes in zombies history. Every round was a reminder that you weren't just fighting the undead, you were inside the machine that created them. With RIESE, the zombie story truly began to take shape. Group 935's experiments with Element 115, the creation of the Wonderwolf, and Samantha's ominous presence all hinted at a larger narrative. The map was littered with chalkboards, radios, and cryptic messages that expanded the lore far beyond what players had seen before. And of course, our characters, Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen, continued to grow. Their banter became sharper, their personalities more distinct. Richtofen's sinister edge began to shine, hinting at the darker turns the story would take. RIESE, to me, isn't just a map, it's the foundation of a saga. RIESE's legacy is unmatched. Nearly every zombies map that followed built on its foundations. Pack-a-punch, teleporters, Easter eggs, layered map design, and storyline hints. It was so influential that it's been remade multiple times, as the Giant in Black Ops 3, as a bonus map in Black Ops Zombies on mobile, and referenced countless times throughout the series. Every iteration pays homage to the original facility where zombies was truly born. Fans still look back on RIESE as one of the greatest maps ever made, not just for nostalgia, but because of how well it was designed. It was very accessible for beginners, deep for veterans, scary, thrilling, and endlessly replayable. Looking back, Noct was the experiment, Verrückt was the innovation, Shinonuma gave zombies an identity, but RIESE created the formula. Pack-a-punch, teleporters, Easter eggs, a map design that balanced tension and freedom, a storyline that began to unfold. All of it started here. RIESE wasn't just the finale of Roared Out War. It was the beginning of everything zombies would become. The mode wouldn't just survive, it would thrive, evolve, and capture the imagination of millions of players around the world. And it all began inside the Giant. I hope you guys enjoyed my interpretation of the story of RIESE. This map quite possibly means the world to me. I'll see you guys in the keynote video.
Mira bien, hijo de tu puta madre. Soy Mencho, güey. Relaja tu puta gente a la verga. Soy Mencho, güey. No cuelgues, hijo de la verga. Te tengo